Here, as you can see, I have the Batman Black and White volume. I have volume 3 here, and volume 2. I have volume 1, and as you can see, here this one looks a little different to this one a small bit. But when you put them at this point, if you look at them from the side, it has like a picture there, and there, as you can see. But as you can see, I bought this one off eBay, and look, there's no picture at the side, and that's the whole reason why I bought it. But I'll get over it, but it's annoying. That's one thing I don't like about comic books, is they have different covers sometimes, and it's kind of annoying. But if I known that was going to be like that, I never would have bought these four, and I would have actually bought the omnibus instead of Batman Black and White. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. And next I'll show you this. This is Battle Beast. It's about Invincible, the world of Invincible. And this alone cost me like €20, which is quite a lot for maybe 140 pages in it. And as you can see up here, right there, I have a compendium of a Invincible universe right there. And then there's like 400 pages in that. And that cost me, it was actually cheap, it was nearly cheaper to buy that than this, nearly, almost, because I had to pay for postage and things like that as well for this. So yeah, I don't really like that, and I would have been better off if I waited. Maybe there might be an omnibus of Battle Beast. It might have been cheaper to buy it that way, and that's one thing I don't like about comic books. And comic books can be fairly expensive as well, but if they're expensive, you can sell them. You can sell them for maybe 55, maybe 60% less than what you paid for, on average, around that anyway, unless it's a really rare comic book or something like that. And like I have this comic book here. This cost me nearly €100, and there's like 800 pages in this, and it's very big, and I'll easily be able to sell this when I'm done. I'm actually almost done the first one right there, and I'll be doing a review of this when I'm done as well, and then I'll be going to the second one, and apparently the third one is the last one of the Tomb Raider collection, by Dark Horse, the Tomb Raider Classical Collection. And yeah, I really like comic books, and it gives me a break if I'm reading novels or books, because I kind of get tired of just reading words all the time in the books, so I kind of like just change things around while I read looking at pictures in comic books, and read it. It just gives me a break if I have a reading slump with my books. So that's that out of the way. So next I'll bring into the next room, and I will show you more of my comic books that I have as well. So again, up here are more of my comic books. I have all those ones read, all the way up there. There's like 12 of them read. And up here I have Star Wars Rebels. This is, what brand is this? This is Dark Horse, so it's not Marvel, but I have it up there anyway. And I read all those. I've yet to read these ones. I have another one in another room that I'm in the middle of reading. And I've yet to read I've read some of Spider-Man. I've not read that one because that's the second Spider-Man. And I have the Predator, the original years, volume 1. And the thing about collecting comic books is that I have volume 1 of Aliens. I don't have volume 2 because volume 2 is hard to get apparently. I even tried looking at it on eBay and Amazon and Marketplace. Can't really find it anywhere. It's out of print apparently. Sometimes comic books go back into print, sometimes they don't, and that's just annoying. So I have volume 1, 3 and 4, and I don't have volume 2. And I have the Predator as well, volume 1. So yeah. And the thing about that is that they're very expensive. They're like €100 each. Like each of these books are like about 100 each on average, maybe 90, maybe 100. And there's a lot of them. Like I'll be selling these whenever I have these done, and I don't even know if I'll be buying any more Star Wars comic books or omnibuses after that, because this is supposed to be my comic book shelf, and it just ended up being a Star Wars shelf because it's just too much Star Wars comic books, and I had like 5 or 6 more of them, but I sold them because I didn't have this bookshelf at that moment in time. So yeah, and I like comic books, but you need a lot of space for these, and I like the omnibuses because they're just big and they're actually cheaper to get than buying. They're cheaper to get than just buying books like that, or books like this. It's just cheaper to get because there's 20 pages, right, 40 pages in this, and that cost me nearly €20 nearly. So yeah, yeah, they're all my books, comic books and all that. I have more books down there. There are like novels down below, and more comic books, but probably show them in another video probably. So yeah, that's about it really. And so if you like comic books, make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time. Thanks.